Hey everyone, I wanted to talk about crate and kennel training today. Some people are for it, some people don't want to use it. There are 5 great reasons why you should, and I wanted to share that with everyone. I'm a big advocate for the kennel, and I always recommend it to any of my clients who are not using it. So, really important. One of the main reasons I like using the kennel is for safety. That's number 1. Because when you leave work, you go to the store, if your dog gets in the trash or chews up the furniture, some dogs even are known to bark at windows and tear up blinds, and even I've known cases where dogs broken windows trying to get after something they see outside. If they get hurt when you're gone, you're going to come home to a mess. You're going to come home to a mess, and again, if your dog does get injured when you're at work, it's not great. So that's number 1 reason I like to utilize the kennel. Is for safety. It's also going to give you peace of mind. So if you're at work or at the store, you know your dog's somewhere safe and they're not getting into stuff, and you don't have to come home to a surprise. Number 2, it's a great training tool. I use it for training all the time. And to explain why, if I have a very successful training session with one of my dogs or client's dog, I always put them back in the kennel. I want them to rest and relax on the information that they just took in. So they'll retain more information that way. As opposed to me having a very successful training session with my dog and then let him run out in the backyard or let him go out to take a walk or the dog park. You're always going to have more success with your training if you can have your dog rest for 20-30 minutes after a successful training session. Number 3 is kennel stress. So that's going to occur in dogs who are not used to a kennel, and you have to board them somewhere. So maybe you're going on vacation, you can't take your dog with you, you're going on a business trip, you can't take your dog with you. If you have to board them somewhere, they're going to be in a kennel, like a personal one like this size, or they could be in a larger kennel. But either way, it could cause kennel stress, which can make a dog depressed. They may not want to eat, they may get a little destructive, and you want your dog to have a good experience when you're not going to be with them. So have a great experience when they go boarding, and it's not very stressful. So again, if your dog's already used to the kennel, you're not going to have that kennel stress if you have to board them somewhere. The 4th reason I love using the kennel, it's very helpful in potty training. Whether it be a new puppy or it could be a dog that has just been adopted and you need to finish the potty training with that dog, it's going to be really helpful. Most dogs will not use the bathroom in the kennel if they have the proper size. So it can be really helpful in giving the dog understanding where they use the bathroom at, where they don't use the bathroom at. Again, great tool, and I would highly recommend it for many things, but again, potty training is one of them as well. Number 5 would be providing structure. It's a great way to provide structure for our dogs. If we're gone, dogs crave structure. It's a great way to give them that if we use the kennel. I definitely use it for problem dogs. So dogs who have these behaviors, maybe aggression towards people or dogs, whatever the case may be. It's a great way, a simple way to provide some kind of structure for your dog. The dog getting into bad behaviors when you're gone. Maybe you have another dog in the house already, and they may get into it at times when you're obviously not there. It's again a great way for us to provide some structure for that dog. And again, very helpful. I always recommend it to people who have dogs who need some behavior modification. Dogs who are, again, a little bit aggressive in different areas as well. So those are the 5 main reasons I like to utilize the kennel. Again, I always recommend it to clients and to anyone who is not already utilizing it. I understand there are some cases in some dogs who kind of proven themselves out of the kennel. They can lounge around the house all day, they don't get into anything, maybe they're an older dog. And some areas I think that it's okay to leave them out for long periods of time. However, a lot of my clients or people I have talked to before in the past have some of the biggest problems they've had with the dogs when they come home, they've broken something, got into something. They've told me how their dog has never acted that way before, and I would believe them. That is true. I mean, it's something that it may not happen every single time you leave your dog out of the kennel, they get into something. However, that one time could cause injury to your dog. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video and it gave you some insight on how the kennel can be very helpful. Of course, if you enjoyed it, share it, comment, and if you have any questions, you can feel free to leave those as well.